Hello Ness sales guys, this is Mark Lister here, trying to help by pushing out a little video about how we approach describing the Ness offer in the scenario of how might we help you build a new product out. Why are the Ness the people to help you do that? Let's have a go. Setting the scene. Ness believes very strongly in framing the problem. We've got a lovely quote that we live by here from Albert Einstein. Spend a lot of time framing the problem in all its dimensions before moving on to what the solution might be. So we take some time. It might not be a lot, but we spend a lot of time looking at the problems from all different dimensions. We ask a lot of questions, valuable questions. We challenge what has gone before to try and add as much insight and valuable knowledge from our wider experience, and many clients benefit and value what we bring. They often work in one industry and have a mindset in their mind clear on what they need to do, but they can often learn from other verticals and other practices. So we ask ourselves, what is it we're trying to do? Where do we start? Where is this going? What is the strategy behind this? Is it fleshed out? Can we help improve it? Why is it important to this client's business? Who's involved? What's the timeline? What's the budget? Very simple, basic questions, but these are consultative questions to help frame what success looks like, to show them that we really care about delivering something more than just implementing what they think we should be implementing. After we do that phase, we spend a little time thinking through and reflecting on what we're trying to achieve, analysing it, coming up with a proposal, which then starts to flesh out how we do it, how we implement it. First of all, we need to know the business challenges. I've just put together some slides here. I'm going to skip over for the purposes of this, but as sales guys, we challenge you. We come to understand what you're trying to do. We come to understand the technology, the platforms you have in place, what the gap might be to where you need to get to, where the API strategy leads you, how we get data out, platform modernization, omnichannel digital strategy, mobile first. These buzz phrases come from asking these questions. And we use our connected approach as a response to these challenges to get to the answer. But you know what? We know we're doing the right thing. We know connected works. We know we're good at it and we believe in it. But it's not some bespoke, tailored, unique thing to Nest. Lots of other companies are trying to do this. Indeed, the US government is going. Just go to this website and you'll see a very concise, elegant way of framing the modern approach to building software, which Nest believes in solidly. And it comes out in our connected framework, which is the Ness way of doing it, but it is a universally acknowledged as a very modern way. Challenge the business, understand, research the requirements, learn what you can to start with. That's discover, start to envision what a solution can be once you've understood the problem statement, and bring all our skills and prototyping and brainstorming and understanding of the technology landscape to come up with ideas to demonstrate that we're a valuable partner, and this MVP, proof of concept, whatever, will give you an immediate trust that we're on the right lines and we're the guys to work with. Go have a look at that site. Here's the connected framework. You all know about it, so I'm not going to spend too long on this, but this is to now take what's the general way of approach, making it the Ness approach. This is our end-to-end framework for validating ideas and demonstrating value from start to finish. We believe strongly in the value of a cross-functional team. Connected is all about putting the best minds together to solve problems, come up with interesting new angles. We marry design, development, architecture, test, data. Teams that are expert in those fields come together to work on problems. It's a very collaborative, iterative, non-linear engagement. These are some of those skills I just mentioned represented here. We use, we're proven agile delivery experts across the world. We've got resources in different places with different skill sets. They work together using tools that we're expert at doing, and we put our best brains forward to crack your problems for you. And we do that iteratively and collaboratively. Our clients, we use them frequently to validate what we're doing. We're very transparent and we make progress quickly by not hiding behind 10 weeks of silence. Every 2 weeks you get to see what is being built and used, and that is the way we like to work, because you get best value for money and our team get best visibility that they're heading in the right direction. The logical way to approach successful software, another way of saying problem definition. The discover bit that leads to problem definition is about researching in a very divergent, wide, taking inputs from everywhere you can, and then converging on that definition by editing your thoughts, polishing your approach, and doing that with the client. We work with you maybe just a week or two to get to that problem definition on the terms that all the members of the team understand. And then we go into design the solution and build it out. Once again, we study via proof of concepts and experience prototypes. 2 or 3 ways we could do it. We use feedback from the stakeholders and from users to gather feedback, what's the winning solution, and then we can converge on building the right product for you. Skipped on a bit too quickly there. That's our approach. Another way of saying our approach in more detail with the activities that we engage in. Here they are, and you know them well. Our sales guys know this well. You know, discovery is all about understanding business context, business drivers, and then separately and simultaneously coming to understand the existing environment and technology landscape, feasibility and complexity of delivering what we envision it could be, getting towards our feature value matrices, and working up a more accurate proposal of how long it might take to work on this, deliver value as we go. Some of the tools we use in our research phases, there's interviewing, there are mind mapping and journey mapping, crucial things and well accepted norms of doing things. These are UX processes. I want to go on to move now to some of the interesting business processes which align UX and technology. We love to follow the business model canvas. If you as a team are able to help a business put together on one page what their incomes and outcomes, inputs and outputs, revenues and costs can be about, whether it's their whole business or their digital strategy, you're delivering a challenge to them that they appreciate and value. This is a consultative exercise. It's not easy, but it's fun. And it delivers enormous value to align teams behind where something's going. So let's get the strategy right to start with. Then we move into, well, here's a reality of a business model for real of a bank. You know, they take money in, that's their value proposition, and deposit, and they loan it out, try and make a spread on the difference. The challenge these days, of course, in low interest environment. But this is a real life version of that. Then you start moving from what you're trying to achieve strategically to a business capability map. Whether it's an existing capability or one that's being sought, these are actions and business streams that need to happen. This does not mention technology. This is all about the service, the product, the way it's appeals to users, the way it's managed internally. This is the language of business. Ideally, I then hit this space bar and overlay on there the technology solutions which enable some of this business capability. This one was for a bank. This one was for a content publisher, so I was not able to do that. It would look slicker if I could. But we become expert in navigating through the marketing technology landscape, the open source, the well-known, whatever it might be, the CMS solution that is required, the identity management, data management. Ness has to be seen as an expert in these areas, and we can help shape the solution that your business needs. Okay, that's how we go about doing these things. Now we move on to talk about some examples of where we have done that and excite you and impress you with the credibility we have in this area. I'll draw to a close now. Boom.